Swatch number 58, the damask, is made with 100% cotton. That is also fairly characteristic of damask. Because it's cotton, we know that it's spun. This is a jacquard weave, and it was yarn dyed. Damasks usually are only in one or two colors. And actually there's a whole laundry list of finishes, right? It was mercerized, it was Shriner calendared, and it has a permanent press finish. That makes it really excellent for table linens. Poor resiliency, but excellent absorbency. So table linens and drapery. And you may or may not have the fun Mickey Mouse motif that I have, right? But we can see that this jacquard means that we can have twill weave and a plain weave and a satin weave. This is a filling face satin weave right here, all in one design. And using the difference between those, the color makes the design, but then also we have just a difference in sheen and texture that complete the design. Damask being named after the capital of Syria, which was an important textile trading city. The brocade is 60% rayon and 40% metallic, so it's quite metallic. It uses the novelty metallic yarns in the warp and then spun yarns in the filling. Again, this is an example of a jacquard weave, and it must be yarn dyed in order to allow the design to come forward. There is no finish. It does have a bumpy surface, but the metallic yarns give it luster. This would be used for formal wear and also for ecclesiastical vestments. The sorts of things that priests might wear. However, not in this particular design. Probably in cream and gold and red would be, and greens would be more likely for priests as opposed to black floral. Just saying. So here we see the metallic yarns going in the warp direction and the spun yarns in the filling direction. And again, we can prove that the yarn is spun, right, by untwisting it just a bit, and then we can break it easily. The last swatch on this page, swatch number 60, is 60% polyester and 40% cotton. And again, we're going to see a case where the yarns going in the two different directions are of the two different fibers. So the polyester forms the textured filament warp, and then in the filling direction we have more of the textured filament, but we also have the spun yarn, and that's in the filling. And this is a jacquard weave, was yarn dyed, no finish. It has a colorful design, good tenacity, which is why it is great for upholstery or for outerwear if you are in your 60s. So you can see how really thick it is. I think that's the first thing to note. Let's see if we can get it to focus. All right, so it's super thick. Got tons of different yarns. Again, we can see that the warp is this textured filament yarn, so no little fuzz coming off the surface. It sort of looks like fuzz, but we quickly, when we pull it tight, we realize the fuzz is actually just the texturization. We can't break it with our fingers, whereas in the filling direction we can find some of these. Let's see, it's a little thick, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to break it, but I can pull fibers off the end. You see those little fibers? So this is the spun yarn right there.